Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Divine Brothers podcast. Here on this miserable rainy day in Beijing, and sure, a nice dry day out there in New Mexico. And I gotta tell you, Chase, I'm feeling inspired, and it's for a reason you're gonna hate. You're gonna hate this. I saw the New York Knicks parade, yeah, and
Jalen Brunson walked down and let everybody touch the trophy.
and Mayor Zoran Mondani gave
Key.
maybe the best speech I have seen in 10 years. I was shocked how good it was. I was amazed how good that speech was. It was so good. I don't care about politics anymore. I think he's the best in the country when it comes to speeches now. And
No,
I'm
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
believe it. I don't
Oh
believe it.
yeah.
He's
It
too
was a
stupid.
home run.
No.
That it was exactly how you do a sports speech. It was a fantastic sport. He went through every Nick moment from like the 70s all the way to Linsanity to the stuff this time, and he went through it was a real fan speech, and the crowd was going insane, going absolutely insane. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I really felt the unity of America through winning.
Shut
That's the
up.
one
Shut
thing
the
that can
fuck
unite.
up.
I knew you were gonna hate it. I knew you were gonna hate it, but it's
I,
true.
I fucking
It's
hate New
absolutely
York. I like Brunson. He was in Dallas. He's a great kid, guy, whatever,
yeah, man.
man. But I hate New York. I hate Mondani. That city is imploding within itself. Crime is outrageous. Everybody's leaving. Everybody that I've counseled from New York has moved to Miami because of him. And it's just, congratulations. You gave a speech, you won the title, but your city is going to implode. And I look forward to it. I've never been and I never want to go. There's
I
nothing
don't know,
redeemable
man.
about it,
I've been
man.
saying that shit about New York, about Colorado, about California.
Seattle.
They're still going. Seattle, still
No.
going.
What is still
And
going me?
they say the same shit about China, man. Like the economy's gonna collapse any second. And it just keeps going. I think that maybe the doom and gloom mentality is a lie. Maybe it's a lie. It's just a feeling. It's a vibe people have been
It,
riding for a
you
long
can
time.
stay. You're just going to lose all your money in taxes. That's all, man.
Yeah, but have you ever actually met anybody that happened to?
Yes.
You ever met somebody who they lost everything to taxes?
I had a client that had to sell his New York apartment because it was not his home apartment. It was his second home, and there he's going to get crucified.
So, what do you think about second homes, man?
I wish I
Like,
had one. I love the idea. I mean, it's elite baller life. Yes.
I mean, I get it. I get it, the idea of having two homes, but I think I'd be happy with one. Just want a home is mine. That would be nice. I would like to have a garden,
Yeah,
and
but
I don't need to move around. I just want my one place.
that's fair. But if you could have two in beautiful places, you would do it. You would rotate. I
Yeah, but
mean,
in the world, that's not gonna like if we're thinking about the best possible good for the most amount of people. Yeah, two homes and one of them. You know what I mean? Like
what
I
Oh, I don't care. I don't care about the majority of people. I want to have two homes. Ideally, I'd like three, and I would just rotate. And one would be like a apartment. You'd have like your kind of main nice place, and then you'd have your smaller place. Like it'd be a little different in variety, but you would want to rotate. It's like you need a change in scenery. The weather goes to shit. Like you just move. It's beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember there was a gay guy in Ho Chi Minh City, and he had like a penthouse place,
Mm,
and
yeah.
it was really cool. Like amazing view, kick-ass balcony, modern. It felt like the sort of place for a baller to live. Like somebody who was living it up. So yeah, I can dig that vibe for sure. I I would do a fancy apartment, sure, why not?
Fuck
If I
yeah.
had the
A
money.
penthouse in fucking Phnom Penh or, somewhere in like Cebu or something like that, man. It'd be fucking awesome. Great.
Yeah, Chase, listen, we have to think about the little people. That's important. That's what Mondani wants, right? Who doesn't want?
I
Wait,
don't respect anybody that's like for the greater good. Everyone's got to, pay their share so everybody can ride.
hey,
I
hey,
don't, I
I know
hate
you're
it.
kind of joking, but tell me, why you really think that. Like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with people who think that?
I think because the vast majority of my life, I'm I'd like to think relatively educated. I've been underpaid, ridden into the ground, and when I'm like, hey, I need help, they're like, yeah, we'll replace you. No fucking time. Like I have been fucked for helping people my entire life, and I have seen nothing for it. And then it's just like, oh yeah, well, let's just tax these people and we'll give it back to the poor. I've been on the poor side, and there's nothing worse. Like it's just humiliating. It destroys your ego. It destroys your confidence. I don't understand why you would ever want to stay on the bottom. Like I do everything in my power to get out of that. I don't want a free handout. Like it's already crippling enough to be on the bottom.
But I
So
mean, haven't you just described that like we live in a culture that absolutely does not help poor people? That it's the worst fucking place to be, and that
I'm
like
not
it's
poor
not
anymore.
about. But I'm saying that like that idea of you just talked about how horrible it is, and that nobody helps them out. Maybe it's time to help people out. You know what I mean? Really help people out. You
No,
know?
no, man, it's not going to work like that. I don't like the idea of equal across the board. That makes zero sense to me on an existence level. Like it would never work, ever.
I don't know, man. Did you hear about Mexico this week? They've just instituted free healthcare. All
Hmm.
Mexicans, free healthcare. I mean, that's not exactly an economy that's competing with the United States, and yet they've just guaranteed healthcare for all people from the poorest dude on a chocolate plantation to the richest
Dean,
person in Mexico City.
Dean, we
I mean,
lived in
that's
a place where there was free healthcare. How was that for you? I'll tell you how it was for me. One, it did. When I got COVID, it saved my life.
where. What are we talking about?
Hawaii. If you live in Hawaii, you get free
Oh,
healthcare. Period.
mm.
Yeah. And then when I had my back injury, to get an MRI took 18 months. One MRI.
Well, you could also look at China, where it took me 1 hour. you know, uh, even Vietnam. I remember. You remember when I got absolutely sick in Vietnam, man. I got to see people that day, every day, take me through. I didn't have insurance. I didn't have insurance, and
Well,
it was still affordable,
let
you
me
know.
ask you this. If they do, let's say AI automates the majority of jobs out there, I'm out of work. If everybody's on the same UBI, let's say, all right, everybody gets $3,000 a month and that's what you live off of. I mean,
Yeah.
how would you handle this? What do you think the majority of people do with that situation?
I think there's a period of adjustment, you know, and here's the thing. I think it goes in both directions, right? Like I'm seeing this with our mom now. She's called me a lot these past few days and stuff, and like she doesn't usually do this. She's usually like once every 2 weeks or something like that. And she got in a car accident, so she's been kind of in recovery and stuff. And she's semi getting retired, and you can tell that not having something to do is it's going to be a problem for her. She's going to have some kind of
Yeah.
strategy
Yep.
not working. Then there's the other people who, like me, like couch people who are just like, nah, nah. Like, did you ever see the COVID episode of South Park with Cartman? And he just stays in bed with pure pleasure the entire time. And his mom's like, "You gonna go to online classes?" Not today, mom. I'm a little
Yeah.
and but here's the thing. I do believe that both extremes can't be maintained. Even the person who like goes full laziness, I think they get sick of it. They do get sick of it. And something you're gonna have to do something. You're gonna have to do
I think it's catastrophic. I think it comes to a head in some type of anarchy. I don't know, but like, oh, everyone's got enough money, no one's got to work. I'm like, what? Like
well,
there's just no way. There's
it
no
reminds me,
way.
well, your point is proven by Black Lives Matter in 2020, right? Like when the reason those protests got so crazy is everybody was at home. Nobody had anything to do. They were tired of being locked up, and so it all exploded in
And
just massive protests.
and the other thing too, when you give them free handouts, people lie. I mean, the people that don't want to work, I have signed so many forms with these disabilities where it's complete bullshit. Every
Sure.
fucking mental disorder on there is faking it. Come back next week, we'll work. Never come back. They just want the signature. And it was like
Yeah,
tens, the 20, the 30s, weekly. It's just like,
that's true.
man.
That's true. So,
The,
but what again? So, like getting back to that UBI sort of thing. What if because it was just everybody gets it? Would that go down? Would people be like, yeah, you know what? There's no need to bullshit this. I got it anyways. Maybe it would make for a more honest society, or what do you think it would make it worse? People would demand more benefits
no,
and
I,
all
I
that.
think it creates this slave class because I do think there's this class of people that doesn't get UBI that's just making all the shots and we're just all right, here's
Well,
80% of us on the bottom that are just here's your little bit of change. Best of luck.
I see what you're getting mad at, man. Like, you see the abuse of the system and stuff, but I get mad at the fact that at a very basic level, there's so few good people, like
Mhm.
people who are actually doing things right. You
Yeah.
know,
Dude, I'm all
like,
for helping people, but I rarely see people that really need help. That sounds terrible. I'm like, you're milking it.
uh,
And then I meet people that really need it and they can't even, they're so fucked up they can't even fill out the paperwork. They
yeah,
get nothing. It's so fucking broken because it's low life individuals fucking mooching off the system. Yeah, I think that's why I get
yeah.
pissed off. I work with way too many moochers, man. It's horrible.
I guess that is the world you live in. But when I think about my friends in America, all of them are taking what they can get. You know what I mean? Like we have certain family members who get things from the government, because they because they stubbed their toe in Iraq or things like that. You know what I'm saying? So that sort of thing, it's what you do. You do it because you're not gonna be stupid. You're not gonna be a sucker. You know, if they're offering free money, you're gonna take your free money.
Well, that's why it
That's how
won't
it
work.
works.
It doesn't work. It won't work. Can't work.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. But is it wrong to have hope to think maybe we could figure it out?
I don't think as a whole. I think for me, I'm like just I don't give a fuck. As long as I can break free and be fine, I don't give a damn about what's going on in society. It's a waste of time. Yeah.
What you doing? What you doing? By the way, I'm sorry about it. Speaking of hope, right? So, like I said, mom called me all week. She was just, I just can't drive because she's got anxiety and shit like that.
Told her you got to get back in that car, man. Yeah.
Struggling. But anyways, I did tell her. I'm sorry, Chase. I did tell her this. I was like, yeah, Chase ran into a beautiful woman, and stuff. And
Trying to
I,
inspire hope, Dean, that doesn't exist.
oh, Chase, you should have heard. What? Really? Tell me all about it. So like, well, so I told her about it. And then but I didn't mention. I was like, but there's one problem, Mom. She's from another country. Well, that's not a problem. Which one? And I did tell. And it drove her crazy. It drove her crazy. She's like, you need to tell me right now. What country is she from? I was like, I'll let Chase tell you. I'll let Chase tell you. You know? But that perked her right up, man. That was the hope she needed to not be thinking about shit.
It was it was awesome enough worth mentioning, but the odds are astoundingly low at this point. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. That's how don't you hate that, man? That everything's become poly market and we're always thinking about the odds. Like it's at 1%. It's 5%. Like I wouldn't put money on it. That's everything in your life. It's just a poly market odds sheet. You
Yeah.
should ask AI about that. You're like, what's the chance of this girl calling me? And see if it's honest with you, you
It's not
know.
it's not worth it's too honest. That's why I'm saying the odds are not good. I'm like, damn, like you need to like butter me up. They're like, well, you asked for the truth. I'm like, fuck you.
You
You
ask for
know,
the truth.
I'm
Yeah.
yelling
Do you
at
ever
a
insult
machine. Yeah. Yes, all the time. I get very upset because it
them?
doesn't tell me what I want.
In China, it's called Doubao. Doubao is like their AI. It's what everybody uses, and Wu Yin uses it all the fucking he's always all that's Doubao, all that's Doubao, all that's Doubao. And I guess sometimes I want to say like stop asking her. Leave her alone. I don't want her opinion
It's a
on this
she.
stuff. She. You can change it, but it is default a she. Yeah. Doubao. They go Doubao Doubao. He's like, hi. and then they talk to her and stuff. I use her sometimes. She's
You
on
know,
my phone. It's free. So you're like, yeah, why not?
dude, it made me mad. I had I can't remember which AI I was using. It was in the car. I asked it something and its default was a woman. And I was like, don't ever talk to me as a woman again. And then it switched to a black man. I go, that's even worse.
What does a black man say like, yo, homie, this is
No, it's smooth talking, but
dude.
it's very clear it's black man. I'm like, that's what your two top ones are, the woman and I highly doubt those are your top two picks. I went with the Australian guy, but I was like, man, they only got me
Hell
like
yeah.
five picks, and those were the top two. I was like, man,
You know that guy, Asmongold? You know that guy
yes.
real
Yeah, I was
he
listening
looks
to him today. He's hideous. Yeah.
like yeah, he's so ugly. He looks like, meth head Jesus
Eats
or
one
something
meal a
like
day. Chipotle.
oh man, that is an American product right there. But
Yeah.
anyways, this like he always when he has like context for his videos, he gets the AI to do David Attenborough's voice. Like that's how he does context. This streamer said this and all that, and it's great. It's like, yes, that's the one you would choose. Obviously, David Attenborough, he's the one. Let him narrate everything.
Why is he so fan? I mean, I'll tell you what, every time I see him on a short, I don't follow him, but I see him a lot and I'm like, yeah, yeah. He's very reasonable. He's hideous, but he is unbelievably realistic. It's just everything he says I
I
pretty much agree with.
He should be studied because there is no reason for him to be as famous as he is. Like
Yeah.
he is not good.
He's kind
It's
of
not
he's
hard to look at.
unattackable. He's unattackable. What are you gonna say? I mean, it's
Yeah.
just like he's already heard it, you
He
know?
can fight. He will fight people like online and stuff. But you know what they do? I hate that they do this. Nobody ever like talks face to face. Instead, they just comment on each other's videos and they'll pause and here's why he's wrong. Here's why he's wrong. Here's why he's wrong. And then they never talk face to face. There's never any. I guess that's just the future. Nobody will ever talk face to face ever again. You just comment on what they say.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
um, fun, fun stuff, man. I have to get
So
my other call.
I'll go with the topics. Your top one
Okay.
says, how can you keep lying? How long can you keep lying?
Um,
Indefinitely, right? Is this your
man,
question? It's not mine.
uh, I so like I've seen I was talking to some friends the other week, like back in the States and stuff, and this one guy's like he's in a bad relationship, you know, but you can tell he's never gonna leave. And he always keeps lying to himself, like it's gonna work out. I have faith. I have faith. It's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. And it just gets worse and worse. And I was like,
Hmm.
he's just gonna keep lying to himself. In his mind, it's just he's just gonna keep the lie going and going and going. And I think it is like you said. I think lies can go indefinitely. But here's why I brought now I remember why I brought it up. I was talking about this guy named Gamal Abdel Nasser in my history class. He's the Egyptian dictator in like the 50s and 60s and stuff. This guy had the ultimate propaganda network where, all the movies, all the radio was like, Nasser's the best, Nasser's the best, Nasser's the best. And the people believed it. He was crazy popular. But eventually he has a war with Israel called the 6 Day War. And it's called the 6 Days War because it was one of the great ass whoopings in history where Israel just whooped the
Yep.
shit out of Egypt.
Yep.
But for 6 days, the propaganda machine, all the radios, everything like that are going, we're winning. Nasser's the best. Nasser's the best. And then on day 6, they say, yeah, we've just surrendered everything to Israel. They've destroyed our entire military. And that's when he steps down in humiliation. It's over. Nobody believes it. The lie ended because it was exposed so publicly. You know what I mean? And so my question is, if a lie is exposed incredibly publicly, can it break the eternal cycle? You know what I'm saying?
I doesn't have to. Look at Jesse Smollett. It's just like,
I forgot about that shit.
you're you're caught, you're ashamed, nah, remember him walking out of court? I'm innocent. I'm like, dude, what?
I
People still are friends with him. Like, okay, he's obviously delusional, aka psychotic, but it's like, all right, that's fine. Okay.
Is it delusional or is it like, no, I'm just I am going to lie. I'm going to lie and never back
You
down.
never take the mask off. You never take the mask off.
Mm.
I had this one of the first clients I ever had in Thailand was at that stupid university in the counseling center trying to working for free for intern. You get this guy, his brother wanted me to talk to him. He shows up on the call. His fucking side of his stomach is just swelled out. Like liver is just about to explode. He's alcoholic. And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, your fucking stomach. Like, it's like, you need to get to the hospital. He's like, what do you mean? I'm fine. He goes, no, it's no, he goes, look, it's nothing. It's just, didn't even look down, pulled his shirt down. I was like, what do you mean? And I'm like, wow, like you are, and he died. He did. He died a couple weeks later, but
Wow. Oh
till
shit.
the grave. His story was he ran a business, he was successful, he started drinking because he was successful. His family took the business away from him because he was fucking it up. The business is just barely hanging on, and he blames everybody and blah blah blah. And he drank himself into he killed himself. Yeah, it's just
Damn.
damn.
That's your life. That's it.
That's
You
it.
know?
So I mean, you can see it all the time, man. Just keep running with that lie to the bitter end.
But
Sure,
I get it, man, because the truth is horrible.
sure.
Truth. Like the truth will break you, you know? Like I haven't been sleeping all week because every time I've been going to bed, I start thinking about like, man, I'm stuck here and I'm never gonna get out, and I'm like, I'm stuck, I can't get out, and there's never gonna be a
Really?
better job. It's gotta take, yeah, like nighttime anxiety, and it's keeping me up at night. So it's the truth that's killing me, like it's the reality that my brain is shouting at me. And part of me does wonder, well, maybe it's better to just lie and say, actually, no, everything's fine. I'm great. It's golden, man. I got nothing to worry about, you know? And if you tell yourself it's become your reality, you know?
I think of the little cartoon dog in the fire, Yeah, it's fine. It's
It's
fine.
fine.
It's
It's
fine.
fine.
Yeah, there's a lot of truth in that. Fake it till you make it. But to me, it's like as long as the lying is not a permanent state, if it gets you through a hardship, I would probably tend to lean. But if you got to live the mask or the rest of your, maybe. I mean, people do it all the time. It doesn't seem to end well
Well,
when you do that, though.
how about this? What if you are aware of the mask? Is that okay? Like you are aware that you are lying. Does that somehow make it better? Or is it maybe it
Yeah,
is better to forget it's a lie and just believe that the
I don't,
mask is reality? Okay.
man, I don't know.
That's
Fuck, I
a tough
don't know.
one.
Yeah, and then you took that cultural thing, like what is it, the four faces to a man? That's the Japanese thing. Like
Oh yeah.
the mask you wear at work is not the mask you wear at home, and the friend mask and all that shit. Like there's
One you show yourself.
the one you show yourself. That's right.
And the truth is, I think a lot of people like they forget like it's still a mask. You show yourself a mask, so you could be lying to yourself the whole time.
What
I
you
guess.
get some. When you're more safe, do you have more fear? You wrote that one too.
Oh yeah, I wrote all of these last week.
God damn.
um, well, so the idea is like, do you need a little danger to progress? And like the more, so again, these are the thoughts that are in my brain. Like thinking about like my secure job and my secure city and my secure economic situation and all of that. And yet I've never felt more anxiety, you know? And I'm wondering like, do I need a little adversity to be happy? Like, can I be happy in a state of like gentle stagnation? You know,
Mm.
like in a way, am I more fearful than ever because everything is all right? You know, the idea of something lurking over the horizon, even though I'm in a safe place. Do you understand what I'm saying?
What was that movie with Will Ferrell and the racing cars?
Talladega Nights.
Right,
Yeah.
Bobby something or other. What's his name?
Yes.
Remember his
Can't remember.
father? Everything's fine, and the dad he's like, we got to punch. He punches a waiter, goes and gets arrested. Like, it's like he just Anytime it's stable, he has to fuck it up. So the that's interesting, man. Yeah, because stability and like everything's literally great. There's rainbows and butterflies and nothing's too bad. I'm not fucking wealthy, but I'm stable. And it's just there is kind of like waiting for that other shoe to drop. Or it's like, oh, when is the catastrophe gonna come? I,
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe that's conditioning from early on. I'm not sure. But there's a lot of people like that. A
yeah.
lot. Well, the ease of existence makes the anxiety of existence 10 times worse. Yeah.
I I'm telling you that I'm convinced mom's gonna struggle with that big time when she retires, right? Like when she's, I guess, she's gonna be retired. She's got her house that she's dreamed of, all that sort of stuff, and then she wakes up that first morning and she has her coffee and she's alone. There's no one emailing her. There's nothing to survey, and you just sit there and you hear the tick of the clock, like that.
That to me is
That's
that's the UBI life as Elon Musk is on. Everyone's gonna have a universal base. No one's gonna have to work. I'm like,
so.
that's gonna be the end. Yeah.
So here's my question, right? So I've put it in this degree of like safety equals fear, right? So okay, but here's my question. So what's the thing that's missing in that scenario? What's the thing that cures the fear? You know? Like is it like you need a little challenge, you need a little adventure, you need a little adversity, or is it just you just got to change your mindset, you know?
Challenge, adventure, adversity, growth. I think any of those will do. I think some people
Mm,
love to challenge themselves. Adversity will work too. Something that
yeah,
makes you a little better, or whatever the other one is you say. I mean, yeah, something. Yes,
something
something. Yes.
interesting. There's another topic I want to talk. I remember this one. This was, dude, this fucking. Have you ever been like, have you ever felt your soul like die a little bit because some food you used to love became shit? Has that ever happened to you? Like they were doing a good thing and then they dropped the ball.
I want to say yes, but I mean, many things in my life have become shit. I don't remember anything very much getting better, but things I love that have turned to shit and me just being football's one. I'm sure there's been food, sports in general, entertainment in general. Yeah. Yeah.
Me and
Yes.
William have loved this one restaurant. It's we rarely go, like once every few months, but we call it shitty Italian because it's like cheap Italian. It's like cheap Italian food. But they got good pizza. That's why I go. It's probably the best in Beijing. Like it's just solid, it's cheap, and sometimes you get that craving. You know what? It's like the only place in all of fucking China I can get cheese. You know, so we hadn't been in like 3 months. And we were like, all right, let's go to Shitty Italian. We go there. I order my shit, and I go on the menu, and I'm like, oh, it's a different price, and it looked a little different, and I was like, huh. I ordered this shit, Chase.
Mm.
It was like a Lunchables pizza. You remember Lunchables? Remember
Hell
that?
yeah. Yeah.
Spread the
Wow.
ketchup on top. And I was so disappointed. I took a bite, I pushed it away, and I said, I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with and I'll never go back. I will never fucking go back. They went corporate, they went cheap, and they said, they're Chinese. They're not gonna give a shit. They're not gonna care. I'm done.
The,
I'm fucking done. And it was tragic. It was tragic. They had a good thing and they ruined it, man.
that to me sums up China. Like the worst of China, the worst of China is like, let's just fuck them. Let's just fuck
Yeah.
them. Let's give them shit. Yeah. Shit quality. Fuck it. All for the almighty dollar. It's like, yeah, that's the worst of it. I totally could understand that, dude. I wish I had an example.
It
That's tragic, man.
it upsets me. Like why would you ruin a good thing? You had something we all appreciated. Like it was a go-to, it was a regular place. A regular place. Now it's fucking done. It's done. I'm never going back and I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. And I've lost something that was a good thing in my life. It was something to look forward to, and now it's gone. It's gone. I
Yes,
felt it, man.
I feel the tear. Yeah, that's sad, man. That's sad.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
what is I've had a little existential crisis lately as well. I
Mm.
been getting off work and I go directly to the gym and I gotta drive 30 minutes. It's on the way home, but I'm like, I dread it. Like I
I-
fucking dread going to the gym. And it's
Oh,
nothing against the gym. It's a good gym. It has everything I need. I really hate lifting weights. Like I've gotten
oh,
to the
did you
point
write that or did I live that? Did you write
I
that or I write
I
it?
wrote it. I just wrote it
Oh,
today.
wow.
And I was like,
You are on the same page.
man, I get in there and I'm like, this shit is heavy. It's like I don't want to lift it. I don't want to strain and struggle, but you have to, like, it's the only way to keep some semblance of definition. I'm miserable. I want to get in. I lift weights for 10 minutes. I don't take breaks. I go set. I rest for 10 seconds. I just knock it out. If someone's in my way, I get irritated. I hate it. I fucking hate
Dude, we clearly share the same DNA.
it.
Like we are indeed brothers because this is something I have tried to conquer and I can't. Right? I go to the gym a lot, and let me tell you, man, I have never loved it. I've never loved it. I've tried, man, because I see those people online, the people who are they love the gym. They love lifting weights. They want to spend all day there. They're those guys who will spend like I see them there. They're
Yeah.
always there. They never leave the gym. And I don't get it. I even like my best weights, that like meaning my best exercises, like so bench press or something like that, putting up great numbers and all that sort of stuff. I hate it. I
Yep.
don't want to do it. When
Yep.
I'm fucking my back is bent and my shoulders are like I get done with that and they might go, "Woo, nice job." I'm thinking, "Fuck, am I done? Do I have to keep going?" Like I don't like pushing. I don't like that feeling they said the pump. Arnold talks about the pump. I don't like to pump. I don't want to get to the pump feeling. I want to just. I don't like it.
I,
That's all I'm saying.
I fucking hate it too, bro. It's a problem. It's a
Why do we not have joy like other people have joy? Why like people love the fucking gym? We don't. Why? What's our problem? We go all the time, but why?
the weights are heavy, I mean, man, dude, I was in there doing back yesterday and I was doing bent over barbell rows. And I looked at
That's
it
one
and
of the worst
oh,
exercises. I hate that exercise.
you know
I
what I did?
hate that one.
I put the weight on and I go, you know what? Fuck this. And I walked off. I didn't even take it off. I was like, I don't even want to do it. I'm done with this shit. I'm so sick of, I
Yeah.
hate this fucking exercise. Only reason I
Yeah.
did it because that jacked guy on YouTube told me to. So, yeah.
Dude, the people on YouTube, like you can tell, like they get high on this shit. They love it. You know?
You
Like,
know, you know what else I can tell when I look at them? How long do you think they spend in the mirror each day? I
oh
mean,
my God. Oh
hours,
my God.
hours,
You know what my
hours.
favorite guy is? Have you seen this guy with the mop? The janitor with the mop who does you ever seen this guy?
Anatoly. Yeah, yeah. He's.
Yeah, he's
I'm
great. He's
convinced a
great.
lot of it's staged, but still, some of them are pretty good.
Maybe. But the guys he finds, these roided out, they're always roided out dudes. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you can like they're never actually lifting the bar. They're always like sitting around and they're always with friends. You know what I mean? Like it's a bunch of jack guys together sitting around looking in the mirror.
yeah.
And so I think that's what they're doing. I think, yeah, they got the roids and yeah, they're lifting huge weights. I think maybe 50% of the time they're just talking about how fucking jacked they are and looking in the mirror. I think so, you know?
You brought up another thing this week. So I needed to get some like in the corner of a gym, these three or four guys, and they were lifting and they would do their heavy lifting, deadlifting, these heavies, and then they just sat around. I want to say 5 to 10 minutes, nothing. Like heavy,
Mm,
let's just chill and talk and get on the phone for five to
that's
ten
what they
minutes.
do.
And I'm
That's
like,
what they do.
what are you doing, dude? Get the fuck out of the way. I, I I'm sick of that shit too, man. I don't want the
Chase,
bro.
they're gonna, you know what they'll do? They'll look at you and then they'll look at themselves and they'll be like, "You see how much bigger I am than you?
They get out
You
of my
see how
way.
much more cut I am?
They
Really?
I go, hey man, can I work in? Like, oh, like people aren't
Oh, yeah.
confrontational at the gym, really, man. They're not.
Uh,
Yeah, they just
is
they
that
have.
like a local culture thing, or is that like just nah, these guys in particular, you know?
If somebody's waiting too long on a machine, I will say something at this point because it pisses me. I want to get out of there. I want out.
Do you know what? Do you know what gym I really? It was interesting because I saw things that were good and things that were bad. That Pahoa gym, you know,
Yeah.
like it was always crowded, and people had a habit of just fucking planting themselves on
Yes.
machines,
Yeah.
not move, like just way too long. I'm talking 30 minutes
Yeah.
sometime. You're just sitting there on your phone. And I've been doing exercises waiting, and I've gone through four different ones, and you're still sitting there, dude. That just not good. I hated that place, man. Expensive too.
The one
Fucking
thing they did, well, what I really liked about that place, the only gym I've ever seen is they had 5 bathrooms, but every bathroom had a shower and every bathroom was a separate one. Every bathroom
and you
had
had
a
dry and
shower
wet
and
sauna.
toilet.
That
Yep.
was nice. I like the dry and wet sauna. Talked. In fact, that was why I went for the dry and wet sauna. But otherwise, too fucking small, too fucking crowded. They need to up their game there, man. I'm gonna try to fix that problem. I've been trying to work on it, like trying to find a way to love the gym. But Chase, I'm just starting to think it's impossible. You know.
Yep.
Also, oh damn. Okay, this is serious. It's not really a podcast topic, but I got to ask you about this, man. How's your back? Your lower back in particular. You've had surgery, all that sort of stuff. Is it functional? Does it get tight? Is it good?
Yeah, it gets tight sometimes, but that is the one thing. That's the reason I go to. I never miss doing lower back. Just do the little
You
lower
have to,
back machine.
have to
It's
do it,
if you neglect it, it would be a serious problem. Yeah, keep it strong. But other than that, yeah,
dude.
it's all right.
My lower back has been an issue for years now. Like, it's just been. It all started a long time ago. I did a deadlift that pinched a nerve, you know, and it's just tight. It always feels tight. You know, sometimes I'll wake up in the morning tight, you know, that sort of thing. So I've been really focused on this, you know, trying to figure out how can I get rid of this tightness, this tension, you know. And so I've dedicated myself to trying to fix it. And here's where I am now. I have totally reevaluated my breathing game. Yeah. I don't know how much you pay attention to breath while you're lifting. Do you think it's as important as they say, or do you think, nah, you know what? That's something people exaggerate. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think it's an exaggeration. Yeah.
So I have been totally focusing on the breathing thing, and it has made exercises I used to fucking destroy almost impossible. I have lightened my weight on everything because of the breathing. You know, like slow and relaxed into the nose, and then the pushed out exhale and stuff while keeping your core tight. It's totally changed it up. I'm going to stick to it for a while in hopes that it helps the lower back because I got to do something, man. I'll report back, let you know how it goes. But damn, I got to do something. This is a
They
problem.
got a Roman ch chair, you know, the one where you go, your legs lock in and you do the lower back like this.
No, I don't know.
You lean over
Okay.
and you come up.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You use that as
Okay,
a
wait.
hamstring stretch first. You just lock in and hold there for like a minute or two, and then you do lower back, and that's what'll keep it. It's the best thing I've found.
Yeah. Roman chair. I'll look that one up. I wonder if there's a way to do that with like free weights or something like that, you
I'm
know?
sure your gym has it. Um,
I guess.
what today is Juneteenth in America, Dean. That is when they
Is it?
freed the slaves or some shit like that.
How do you celebrate
Well,
Juneteenth,
that's
Chase?
the question. What would be the proper celebration for freeing the slaves? What should someone
Call
do?
up call up your black friend and say congratulations, you know, and see if they know about Juneteenth. I
Congratulations.
don't think anybody said do black people celebrate Juneteenth?
I don't know. I don't know what a proper way to celebrate it would be,
Or
you
like
know?
Kwanzaa was a thing for a little bit. I don't think they do Kwanzaa anymore. I don't think so. I think that, you know, MLK Day, that's the one, you know, but otherwise, I don't really think they pay attention to this shit. Do you?
No, but I was saying if you were to celebrate Juneteenth, what would you do? Like what would be I don't know.
Call up my black friend and say congratulations. Yeah. Do you have a black friend, Chase? Where's your black friend? Huh? I see. Okay, Mr. Racist, huh?
Juneteenth is a time to look on your life and see how many black people you actually have in your immediate circle, and there are zero.
What's the answer, Chase? Oh, man. See,
I
I
guess
got
that's
black
why
people.
things are going pretty well. Yeah.
Here's one of my problems, man. I got black people in my life, but they're Africans. They're not American black.
Hmm.
And it's a totally different kind of world. You know what I'm saying? Like these people are, unique. There's this guy named Talent. That's his name, Talent. And he's from Kenya, right? And he's I love the way he talks. He's got the you know, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, yeah, like that sort of thing. Like you get heavy African accent. He's the kindergarten teacher, man.
Cool.
Right, dude. This I love this guy. He's always positive, always positive. And you know what he did? Oh man, super dreads, crazy. Like I'm talking big dreads that go all the way down to his waist. He's got the huge, like all wrapped up together and stuff like that. I asked him, I was like, how long did that take? Say 20 years, man. 20 years. I was like, damn. Easy. But I asked him, like, tell me about kindergarten. I think they love him. The kids fucking love him. He's like the most popular teacher and stuff. He's like, I play kickball every day and I love it.
But you know what I've learned over the years? Because I got, when I had black people in my life, I had a great time with them. It's never a problem. The media is fucking awful. And these black people online are fucking awful. And it's like, media makes you think of black people all the time, whether it's good or bad. But you tend to
Right.
forget like there's other races out there. I'm surrounded by Native Americans. It's all I'm surrounded by. They're pretty
Yeah.
cool. I like them. I genuinely, I like them better than the Hawaiians. I like them a lot better than the Hawaiians,
Easy to do.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just like, oh yeah, I always get this indoctrinated with black, 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 black every fucking day from the media. I'm like, there's other minorities I can surround myself with, and that's what I chose to do.
Yeah. It's good to find people you mesh with, right? Like at a fundamental level, I'm pretty good with Chinese.
Hmm.
Pretty good with Chinese. Like I dig Chinese people because they're totally like, I don't care about you. You don't care about me. Therefore, we can live together.
Let's say,
You
yeah, if you
know,
get shot, I'm gonna walk by. But if we want to say hi, I'll engage and have a conversation with you. Yeah.
there was a big problem in China. So this was a huge deal years ago. There was a big car accident. All right, like a little motorcycle driver got hit, and he's like, gets his body's all fucked up, and he's on the side of the road, just you know.
Is it the one where he's
Everybody,
got torn in half?
I don't remember, but everybody walked. Nobody came by to help him. Like there's like hundreds of Chinese people walked by, not one came by to help him.
That's
You know,
fucking. Those people are evil, man. Evil.
it got so bad
Pizza.
they made a law that now says you have to go by. If you see somebody in it, there's now a law that says you have to go and help them, and if you don't, you could be prosecuted by the CCP. So yeah, they got
That's fucked.
really
That's so fucked, dude. Soulless community over
culture,
there.
different culture, man. Like
Speaking of that fucking culture, I had a question on you about it. As I'm watching the World Cup and fucking Kira Chaba, blah, 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 some island off of Africa with 500,000 people, ties the number one ranked team in the world, Spain, 0-0 in soccer. Yet fucking billions of people in China and India, they can't fucking make a team. They can't put a team together and qualify. That's just 500,000 people, Dean. They tied the number one fucking team in the world.
China has a very simple mentality when it comes to sports. We do the ones we win,
They don't win
right?
shit. What do they win? What do they fucking win?
Olympics, ping
Oh,
pong,
oh, oh, like,
badminton, the
oh,
best
oh,
in the world,
oh.
man.
Nobody
Okay.
watches that shit. Nobody cares.
The Olympics, they win all the medals because they're doing all those weird sports that nobody gives a shit about,
You got,
So
dude, you got
China
fucking,
wants,
come on, billions of people.
look,
You can't get a team of fucking 12 or whatever soccer players.
I've talked about this before, but I watch Chinese people. Like all my kids love basketball and they're all fucking tall, So like I watch them play. There is zero aggression in them. They don't know how to have the killer mentality. It's not Chinese, man. You don't like foul somebody. You don't get up in their
But
face. You don't even really
Japan's
talk
good.
trash.
Korea's good. They have good teams. These are
Different culture. Different culture, Like Japan, that's the country of One Punch Man, dude. right? Fucking Korea's making movies that make me want to kill myself when I watch them. They got something hard in their
But
culture.
you got a
China's soft.
billion plus people, man. I have to believe that I'm running China. I'm like, let's fucking win some shit. Let's just be. We're better than everybody. We're smarter.
Dude,
Like they
the Olympics.
believe this. They
The
do
Olympics.
believe
They
this.
win.
No,
They
you
won the
want.
medal count at the Olympics last time.
They didn't win shit. They did not. It's bullshit.
Okay.
They didn't win
Okay.
the medal count. Look it up.
It- Look, man, the idea here is that like they will only try when they know they can win. That's their mentality. You play to win. And if there's no hope, fuck it. Same in America. Nobody gives a shit about American soccer,
They're,
And they
they're
said,
still winning.
yeah, I
They
know
still qualify. They still play.
yeah. You beat who? Fucking Paraguay. And
And Australia
Australia
today, we
was
beat
down
them
a
up
man.
too. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right, all right. Let's see how we do against Turkey. See if the Muslims will beat us. But I get what you're saying. I do. India, I got no excuse. India's got wins like cricket. That's it. I don't think they got anything
Another
else.
unathletic people. Like nothing comes out of India that's
You
athletic.
know what I've never seen? I've never seen a jacked Indian guy. I, have you? I've never
Yeah.
seen one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a
Okay.
couple. Yeah.
Okay. They're out there and stuff.
They have but an athlete, a great who cricket doesn't count. That's not a sport, you know?
They never talk about Chinese people fucking like I think Chinese people, there's always some underlying racism with them, but their number one racism is Indian people. They fucking hate Indian people, dude. And like there's a guy, forgive me if I talked about this. Did I talk about the Indian teacher before? I can't
Yes.
remember.
Yes.
Okay, yes. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone because the kids are just like, fuck that Indian accent. We can't understand this guy. Really nice guy, too. Really nice guy. But, what are you going to do? That's the third Indian teacher they've gotten rid of in my stint. They do not like that shit.
So I went to a conference here in New Mexico last week, and I did it just to make connect. It's just like, yeah, I don't know why, but it's easy to make connections here. And this one chick I made connections,
It's just,
she's
yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, you should come to this ceremony. I'm like, what? It's like in the mountains by some lake, and she sent me directions. I'm like, apparently it's like some intricate shit,
Okay.
like some spiritual, ancient, holy shit.
He's pipe.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's like it's as AI in it. They're like, yeah, you are not allowed to show up to this unless you are invited. This is very small scale. Like,
Oh,
there's a proper way to enter. There's a proper way to leave. I'm like, oh fuck. Like,
definitely good. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna go, but it's just like, man, that's kind of cool, man. You go and you start plugging in, and you get to see some ancient cool. I don't know if it's cool
What's
shit.
what's the tribe?
Cochita, Cochetta, Cochetta. There's 32 fucking tribes in this state. 32.
Yeah, I know like Apache and Pueblo. That's it. That's all I know, man.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know.
there's like 20 different pueblos.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should totally go. I remember there was a history teacher I had in college, like when I was getting my graduate degree. I always remember because she was really sexy, tiny little girl. Oh yeah, dark skin, but like looked like a little Middle Eastern princess or something like that. And anyways, she also like was married to like this really old guy who was another historian. He was like 40 years older. Like it was kind of a weird thing, but
Good for him.
she was all about it, man. But anyway, she was the Native American teacher, like that's what she did. And she was big in the Dakotas, the Dakota people and all that. And dude, that was the ultimate mark of pride for her. She was like, I have done ceremonies. I've experienced the medicine. Like that to her, that was the highest watermark of her life that she was invited to do those things. She tasted it, she experienced it. Like nothing meant more to her than that. You know, she got to do the ceremony, she got invited.
Do you, so I had let's say I talked to this one guy, and this is a native man, reputable man, and he was like, there was a snake bite a couple of
Yeah,
years back, rattlesnake or something. This guy was fucked up in the
sure.
hospital, it's spreading up the leg, and he tied off some type of cord on the leg right above where the wound was spreading. Did some
Tourniquet.
chants and yes, no, like it's not crossing this line. Like it's
Right.
just some ancient voodoo shit, and it stopped. Stopped right at the
Yeah.
line. Yeah.
Yeah.
It I don't know, man. There could be something to it. They believe in curses and shit like that, and it's there's something still alive here. It's interesting. But I do want to say, I don't know if I talked about this last week when I was at that conference, that the one thing that really bothered me, because I see it a lot with the brothers and the blacks, is just every single bit of research presented by some of these like really well-known people was like historical trauma. This is the baseline for all our data, which is 100% true. But the narrative and the implication was, and it continues to this day and every
We'll never
single
heal.
day. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, man, that seems really fucked. Because if
It's a
someone
bad
can,
base.
it's a horrible baseline. Because if anybody ever came to you and said I was traumatized and I continue to be traumatized every single day, I'd be like, what do you want me to do? Like we can't do anything. Yeah.
But Chase, like to bring it back to where we started, having the wrong baseline, that's interesting because wouldn't you say that's the same way you look at like America, where you say
It
it's fucked. It's fucked and we'll never fix it. It's fucked.
no
And we
no no
will
it's
accept that it
it's
will always be fucked,
it's
you
the
know?
right baseline. Nobody's disagreeing with the baseline, but the fact that it perpetually is reinstated every day, that's fucked. You can't live like that.
I don't know if it's the correct baseline. What if the baseline was, it's broken, but it can be fixed, you know?
But yeah, maybe a change in the narrative from the baseline. Yeah, maybe
Oh,
you're
man.
right. Dean, maybe you're right. Maybe the core premise, because they take that premise and they just subtly say, and it continues to this day, and we continue to fight it, and we have to
Yeah.
decolonize. I'm like, what the fuck does decolonize mean? You're speaking English and you're getting federal money. You ain't
Because if
decolonizing shit.
everything is if everything is operating on that baseline, then anything you build on that baseline is going to collapse.
It
You know
it
what I mean?
it made zero sense for these people coming from Ivy League schools. I'm like, this is so stupid. And you get zero
Yeah.
results. And you say the same shit in here and everyone's just like clapping. And I'm like, yeah, this is a little ridiculous.
It is weird. Like there's more education than ever. There's more tools than ever, and yet it seems like everything is getting more stagnant. It's like the education is reinforcing the status quo. You know what I mean? There's
I
no one
think
changing.
I think you nailed it, Dean. That baseline is flawed. There's truth in it, but the narrative needs to be changed. It's like, what are you going to do
Maybe
about
you
it?
should maybe you should present at the conflict, the conference, and that's your thesis. Like, yeah, this baseline, wrong.
Yeah.
Everyone,
As I've
wrong.
been in
All the
you, yeah, it's like
wrong. Yeah.
since I've been here 6 months, I just want to say everything is fucked here. Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Like what? What are they gonna do? You know what I bet's gonna happen? People are gonna come up to you and say, "Thank you for saying what nobody is fucking willing to say. Thank you for
Well,
having the balls." You know,
back when George Floyd happened, Sam Harris occasionally does some very beautiful,
that was the
astounding,
boldest thing. He got so much shit for that, man.
but
Yeah, I remember.
the beginning of it, he gave a contrast argument of another man that died that happened to be white, similar situations, but he began with like, I am white, and and all the better that I am, maybe I have every right to say that. Like he put it in a way where it was like, hey, I got every right to break this down. It doesn't matter what I'm like, God damn, that's a great way to introduce this, man. Yeah.
Yep.
Just because you look a
So
certain
that's how
way
you would
doesn't.
do it, Chase. When you step in front of the conference, that's where you begin.
Talk
I'm a
about
white man.
My Hawaiian roots. My mother was adopted. Yeah.
You sure you don't want to tell them about that? Your grandmother's maiden name was Patton. You don't want to say that, huh?
That's on my father's side.
I'll give him my Chinese name. They call me Conrad Duh. Conrad Duh.
Conrad
Like
Duh?
Conrad Duh.
What
They
does that
they
mean?
don't say duh. They don't say D. They say duh.
Duh.
Conrad Duh.
What does that mean?
Conrad Duh. That's just how they read my name, Conrad Duh. Like that sort of thing. It is what it is, Chase. But I do dream of you having a moment like that. If I ever get an opportunity, I wish I had more opportunities to give speeches in my life because I just want to go and just slay. I just want to get up there and destroy. Like boring speech. Come in there, but bam, destroy everybody, and then just walk away.
It
I wish I had more opportunities to
it
do that.
it felt like a circle jerk of sorts, It's just like, oh, everybody's just kind of saying the
No,
same shit.
we have the same baseline. And you just stroke right there, a little lighter, please. A little lighter and good. Okay.
There
Thank you
were
very much.
there was some awful presenters, like people that don't make eye
Yeah.
contact that are obviously terrified to be up there. Like maybe they were forced to do it or some way. I'm like,
Yeah.
you should never do this again. Yeah.
I wish you could meet my buddy Jimmy. Jimmy's Chinese, and he tried to get his PhD in America,
Oh,
and got denied.
damn.
Got denied.
What does that mean?
Uh,
Yeah, he
well,
didn't
so
get
this
accepted into the program?
well, I know because Jimmy's gay. So me and him, we've been friends a long time. You know what I mean? And he's Chinese guy. He goes to oh God. Like from the start, here's the mistake he made. He fucking goes to college in Mississippi. Like that's where he goes.
It's not a
He
bad
goes to
choice. Hey,
like it wasn't like Ole
probably
Miss. It was like
grease the
one.
wheels down there, man. Yeah.
And anyways, he's doing psychology. This guy's the opposite of you. He's all about the research, all about like doing the statistics and all that
Oh,
sort of shit.
no, no, they can't read down there. No, that's not good.
Like, right? And dude, he had such a hard life. Like they treated him like shit down there in
Really?
Mississippi, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about racism. I'm talking about the school.
Oh,
They just looked at him as nobody. You know what I mean? He fucking he had to rewrite his PhD thesis 3 times. 3 times. Like fully commit. And they say, nah, rewrite it, start over. Your research is no good, start over. 3 times. And the third time he had a mental breakdown and came back to China.
hmm.
He couldn't do it. You know what I mean? But anyways, here's what I'm saying. He's one of those guys. He doesn't make eye contact. He shoves up his glasses, always looks at the floor, and so he's a nice guy, but he's one of those guys, and he teaches the kids psychology, and it is all statistics, all numbers, all research analysis, all about like medicine application and stuff like that. And I'm just saying, I know those people, man. They're a special type of people, and they got their own trauma. That's all I'll say. They got their own baseline they're working from, man. So
I'm
yeah,
sure they're excellent. It's it's like that guy you
yeah,
tagged
no,
in
he's
with. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm sure he's great, but you can't be
smart,
giving
very
speeches
smart.
if you're like that. You can't do that, man. You don't got the gift of gab. You
That
can't
is
be doing
cool.
that. Yeah,
Because I don't think they look at it as I'm going to give a speech. I think they look at it like this is something to put on my resume. I
yeah,
presented at a conference,
yeah.
that sort of thing. It has nothing to do with like conferences are not meant to like, they're not meant for what it's not like a symposium where you're supposed to like genuinely share earnestly professional development and try to help each other in a community way. It's about I can put this on my CV, and I say yeah, I presented at the Native American conference in New Mexico.
Well, you know what I was thinking at that conference is like you had like one good speaker out of four in a day. So you just need
Yeah,
one person to talk for an hour or two. The rest, I would just rotate tables. Like, all right, now you guys sit with everybody and just let everybody mingle. Like, let
yeah.
everybody get to, that's it. That's why we're there. Like, you don't
How
give us
about
any mingle time.
how about it was okay? Okay, two ideas here. What if instead of at the conference you had the PhD group therapy? You know, like you had small groups of say 6 people, and you said this is just us doing group therapy. Talk about your shit. That's one idea, and the other one is peace pipe conference. Yeah, where you all get in small groups and you have your peace pipe together and see what the spirits tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, how about that? A conference. I would sign up every time for a peace pipe conference. Absolutely.
You know that shit goes down. You know it's informal though. You know it's not like I'm going to this one in July. I'm definitely gonna go, but it's like I think this is step one, but there could be two or three deeper layers after this, you know? Yeah.
Why not have like serious like okay, I have heard I've heard like the South Park guys will sometimes do like a writers retreat. Well, they'll go down to Mexico and do shrooms together. Like the whole writing staff just does shrooms together. Just like it doesn't always work out, but it's like, yeah, sometimes we fucking have plot lines that come out of that. We working together under the influence. And of course, that's like every rock group ever, like let's all get crazy high and write an album. Like every Beatles album is like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm who's to say professional development can't happen in an interesting way? It doesn't have
It
to be this boring
it,
garbage,
it's amazing because all right, Chase Dean write a thesis dissertation. We're like, fuck that shit. We'll pay somebody. But it's like, all right, Chase Dean, go to a conference for one weekend. Walk out of, I know I can do it better. Or I know
Oh,
I can do it. It'll be the best
absolutely.
conference. Just give me this, give me everything. I'll do it. Take care of this
Yeah.
immediately. You fucked it all up. Easily. I
Yes.
can redo this
Yeah.
quick. Yeah.
Easily. Easily. I wish I had those opportunities, man. I wish I did. I would love those opportunities. I don't have them in my life, you know? Maybe I can find them somehow, sniff them out, you know?
Sniff them.
Join Toastmasters. I don't know.
No, God, I have that. Please.
Sounds awful, doesn't it? You know, I just don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do. But yeah, maybe one day you'll have the opportunity. And when you do, set up the video recording because that's about to go viral, baby. Especially when the crowd starts going, like he said it. He said it.
Anybody have questions? Oh, everyone's like, no, I'm not going to take any. Anyway, you have everything you need.
Actually, yeah, I'm out of time. I
No,
can't. Our next speaker is speaking on the
my
application
speech
of
was so good. There should be no questions. There is no questions here. Thank you very much. And good job.
riots broke out at the local psychology conference, demanding the head of the white man who spoke. Oh man, I'm looking forward to that day. One day, I am convinced, Chase, and I really do believe this from the bottom of my heart. That will happen, and one day you'll write a book. It'll be the only one, and it will be short, but it's gonna be good,
15 to
really
20
good.
pages. That's right.
I think you can. I think you'll bump it up. I'm being serious. About 100 pages. It will take you 10 years to write, not because you're being meticulous, but because like you work on it like once every 6 months, you know. But that 1 hour you work on it, it's golden, golden. You feel like the touch of God, and then it's gonna come out. It's gonna be legendary, but you're gonna be 90 by that point, and you know you'll be like, I finally did it. And then there's gonna be some young psychologist
I
who says,
got
"You're the one," and you'll anoint them as your successor. You
so
know, yeah.
one last topic. That's a good point. That's been our greatest superpower is like we are elite, like God's gift to man for 30 minutes to an hour, like writing ability. But it
Golden,
but
golden.
it's once a decade. That's the tragedy of it. It's that's all we got. So I had a question this week with a client. He goes, "Hey man, very successful." He goes, "Dude, what is your superpower? Like the one ability you
Oh,
got?"
yeah, yeah.
And he goes, "Mine is I'm everybody's best friend. Like everybody wants to be my
Wow,
best friend."
what
He
a
goes,
superpower.
"Yeah."
That's
And
a great.
he goes, "I got about 15 and I can keep up
Damn.
with all of them and they're all wealthy and we're all in this class." He goes, "But sometimes there's obligations that. Anyway, but he was like, "What's yours?" I was like, "God damn, that is a fucking superpower." But I was
That
trying to,
really is a superpower. I'm amazed.
I was like, I can keep my mouth shut. Like I go, people will tell me things that they don't tell anyone else, and I keep my mouth shut.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That
But
is, it's true.
it was a great cut
Yeah.
because what he described, because he asked me, but what he said, that's a real superpower.
Oh
15
yeah.
best friends. Most people like beg and pray for God that one day they can have a friend, let alone 15 best friends. It's
Yeah.
incredible. Yeah.
I know two people with superpower. So Wu Yin has patience, like unbelievable patient.
Zen
Like
like Zen.
he does not like things that would make me rage or cry. He just is neutral
Mhm.
towards. I haven't. I don't know how he does. It's just in his nature. It's like in his DNA. And the other one, there's a British guy I work with, and he has this. It's I've never seen anything like it. He has the power to criticize anybody, and it never gets back to him because it's kind of funny. Like he can make it witty, but it's a real criticism. He will like at big conferences. He's the one guy who can insult like the principal or insult the headmaster, like say, yeah, this is never going to work, right? Like, the kids are never going to do this, right? And they're just like, every time. And I've seen him do it with teachers. I've seen him do it with students. He'll just give these unbelievably true and vicious criticisms, but it comes off as charming and
Dude,
funny.
dude,
It
that
really, I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it,
dude, that pompous British fucking intelligent people. It's your language. It's an ancient language. It's the language that everyone in the world has to speak, and you know every fucking word. You've mastered it. You've
He's better than me, way better. Because when
I
I try,
believe it. I believe it.
I have a problem because I've criticized students. But I rarely do it, and it usually ends in tears. like a girl like bawling in front of me and stuff like that, and I don't try to do it, but like there's something about like I don't have that gift of like coating a blade in honey. You know what I mean? It just cuts. It just cuts. And I don't mean it to, but it's just I don't know. I don't know. It's just how it is.
It's an unfair advantage. Your family's been speaking the same language since fucking thousands of years, and now you're the educated, sophisticated, pompous
I will
piece
give
of
you
shit.
credit though, Chase, because you see, I'm one of the few people who gets Chase to talk. Like we exist in a talking relationship. But you know what? I have seen you go quiet, and I have seen the respect that it cultivates amongst people. They really respect that you keep your mouth shut. You know, and I think it's one of the reasons people you work with like you because you're not always spewing out your opinions. Not always saying this is fucked up. This because I think that the natural state of work is complain. Let's
Mm.
bitch about everything here at work. But when you stay quiet, it's an automatic respect people are going to give you. You
Look,
know,
cultivate information, man. People tell you things when you're quiet. Yeah,
that's another point. Maybe you should have been a spy a long time ago. That sort of thing. Just stay quiet in the background. Nobody ever suspects anything.
maybe.
Mr. Conrad. Right? It's a good one. I think that's a decent place to end. Yeah.
Stimulating.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for listening to the Divine Brothers podcast. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.